Africa's Amazon. The oldest stronghold of the great primates. Where leopards ambush from the shadows of the deep forest. Untamed Congo. Jungle survival. The Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, is one of the world's most mysterious and resource-rich lands, home to the Congo rainforest, the second largest tropical rainforest, surpassed only by the Amazon. Covering nearly 900,000 square miles, the DRC ranks third in Africa, just behind Sudan and Algeria. With its breathtaking landscapes and diverse ecosystems, the Congo resembles an undiscovered natural kingdom, where every forest and river carries tales of wildlife and the harshness of nature. Located within the Congo River Basin in Central Africa, the Congo rainforest is one of the largest and most mysterious tropical rainforests on the planet. Spanning over 500 million acres, the Congo rainforest is like an endless green ocean stretching beneath the tropical skies. It is known as the green lung of Africa, holding 30 billion tons of carbon, helping to cool the planet's burning breath. The Congo rainforest stretches across 6 African nations and covers 60% of the Democratic Republic of Congo's land area. It serves as a vital shield protecting life, a heartbeat of the wild, and a natural treasure yet to be fully explored. Here, trees soar hundreds of feet into the air, creating a lush green canopy that shelters the ground below. More than 10,000 plant species thrive in this forest, with 30% being endemic, found nowhere else on Earth. As part of the lair of King Kong, Virunga National Park is home to the mountain gorilla, scientifically known as Gorilla beringei. Millions of years ago, this species diverged from the common ancestors of the eastern gorilla and western gorilla, adapting to survive in the high-altitude regions of East Africa. The mountain gorilla is one of the largest primates. Adult males, called silverbacks, can weigh up to 450 pounds and stand over 5 feet tall when upright. The name silverback comes from the silver-colored hair that runs along their back, symbolizing power and dominance within their group. Mountain gorillas live in groups, typically ranging from 5 to 30 individuals. They are highly social animals, communicating with each other through gestures, vocalizations, and body language. Within the group, grooming and caring behaviors maintain bonds, creating complex social networks. This not only ensures unity within the group, but also fosters strong relationships among individuals. Mountain gorillas primarily feed on plants, with about 85% of their diet consisting of leaves, stems, and bamboo. They also consume small amounts of insects and decaying wood for additional nutrients. Each day, they travel 0.3 to 0.6 miles to forage, depending on the season and food availability. During the dry season, they rely on available vegetation like bamboo and high-fiber grasses. The role of mountain gorillas in the ecosystem is undeniable. They help disperse seeds, promoting forest regeneration. With every step they take, they bring new life, creating balance in the environment. Though still classified as endangered on the IUCN Red List, conservation efforts have gradually helped their population recover. According to the Dian-Fossey Gorilla Fund in 2023, the number of mountain gorillas in Virunga has grown to around 600 individuals. In the deep tropical rainforests of Virunga National Park, lives another intelligent and powerful primate, the eastern chimpanzee. This subspecies, scientifically known as Pan-troglodytes schweinfurthi, is one of 4 subspecies of chimpanzees and primarily inhabits East Africa. Originating from a common ancestor with humans around 5 to 7 million years ago, the eastern chimpanzee shares 98% of its DNA with humans. Eastern chimpanzees have a complex social structure known as a fission-fusion society, where members split up to forage for food and then reunite. The alpha male, the strongest male in the group, dominates and protects the group through displays of strength, sometimes roaring across the forest. What makes the eastern chimpanzee of Virunga particularly remarkable is its advanced and flexible use of tools, especially for foraging and communication. They use sticks to fish for termites, leaves to drink water, and stones to crack open hard nuts. Though their diet is primarily plant-based, eastern chimpanzees also hunt small prey like monkeys, rabbits, and young wild pigs. These hunts highlight their extraordinary teamwork, coordination, and superior intelligence. In the dense forests of the northeastern Congolian lowland forests, the common chimpanzee, also known as the robust chimpanzee, Pan-troglodytes schweinfurthi, thrives by utilizing all available resources in the area. Chimpanzees are highly adaptable to various environments, ranging from dense tropical rainforests to open woodlands and savannas. They typically inhabit forested areas with abundant food sources like fruits, leaves, and insects. Like the eastern chimpanzee, the common chimpanzee lives in a fission-fusion society, with groups ranging from 20 to 150 individuals. Social relationships within common chimpanzee groups are highly complex. They often split into smaller foraging parties of 5 to 10 individuals and later regroup. Chimpanzees use more than 30 different gestures to communicate, demonstrating the intricate social dynamics of this primate species. Dominance among males can shift following power struggles for the alpha male position. Have you ever had the chance to visit Virunga National Park? Share your experience with us in the comments below. Amidst the dense trees and thick vegetation, the leopard dominates the northeastern Congolian lowland forests as an apex predator. With its compact but muscular body, this large cat is perfectly adapted to move agilely through tall trees and across the forest floor, where it can execute surprise attacks with precision. The leopard's exceptional climbing ability allows it to evade dangerous enemies and ambush prey from above. A highly versatile predator, leopards can hunt anything from small monkeys, duikers, and small antelopes to birds and even fish. Leopards are masters of ambush hunting. They move stealthily under the cover of darkness, using trees and dense undergrowth as perfect camouflage before launching swift attacks from behind or above, relying on their sharp claws and strength to bring down their prey. With a single bite to the neck, the hunt ends in silence. But leopards don't stop there. They quickly ascend trees, carrying their prey high up into the branches, hiding it from other predators like hyenas or even rival leopards. Leopards are not just powerful hunters, but also play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. By controlling the populations of small and medium-sized animals, they prevent prey species from becoming overpopulated, thus ensuring the stability of the food chain in the ecosystem. But the leopard is still not the most fearsome predator in the Congo. Keep watching the video to find out which creature truly dominates the food chain in this land. To the east of the Congo rainforest ecosystem lies the eastern Congolian swamp forests. a region of perpetual wetlands where life thrives with every breath of the forest. At elevations ranging from 980 to 1,310 feet, the largest tributaries of the Congo River meander through, flowing past Stanley Falls near Kisangani, nourishing the lush swamp forests. The eastern Congolian swamp forests are home to wildlife that hides in the stillness. Amidst this environment, the shoebill stands motionless, like a statue in the oppressive quiet of nature. Measuring 43 to 55 inches in length with a wingspan of 7.5 to 8.5 feet, the shoebill is one of Africa's largest predatory birds. Its massive bill, up to 9 inches long, bay like fish and amphibians. With its silver-gray plumage and sturdy legs, the shoebill moves easily through the swampy terrain. This bird is famous for its unique hunting strategy. It stands still, sometimes for hours, waiting for unsuspecting prey. The shoebill primarily hunts fish, including African lungfish and catfish, but it also eats frogs, small turtles, and even snakes. This bird plays an important role in the ecosystem of the eastern Congolian swamp forests, helping to regulate populations of fish and amphibians and maintaining ecological balance. However, with an estimated population of only 3,000 to 5,000 individuals, the shoebill faces the threat of extinction due to habitat loss and illegal hunting. Listed as vulnerable by the IUCN, the shoebill symbolizes the fragility of Africa's swamp ecosystems. Among the tall trees of the eastern Congolian swamp forests, the Angolan colobus moves gracefully through the canopy. With its striking black and white fur, this monkey is also known as the Angolan black and white colobus. Lacking thumbs, the Angolan colobus has evolved perfectly to climb through dense branches, where it spends most of its time foraging. The Angolan colobus is a specialized herbivore with a diet primarily consisting of leaves, bark, and young shoots, while fruit serves only as a secondary food source. In swamp areas like the eastern Congolian swamp forests, they rely on fibrous leaves, which are less nutritious due to the scarcity of fruit throughout the year. Angolan colobus monkeys particularly favor trees from the Fabaceae and Moraceae families. With their multi-chambered stomachs, they can digest leaves containing tannins and mild toxins, an advantage that allows them to survive in this challenging environment. When faced with predators, the Angolan colobus relies on its agility, moving swiftly through the treetops, rarely descending to the ground to avoid danger. The loud calls of adult males serve as a warning to the group, helping them escape from imminent threats. The Angolan colobus is an integral part of the dynamic landscape of Congo's swamps and wetlands, where life constantly evolves and adapts. Salonga is located in the heart of the Congo River Basin and is divided into two parts, North Salonga and South Salonga, connected by dense tropical forest corridors that form a pristine closed ecosystem with minimal human interference. This area was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1984. One of these species is the bonobo, also known as the pygmy chimpanzee or dwarf chimpanzee. This primate exists only in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and Salonga is home to about 40% of the global bonobo population. Bonobos are the closest living relatives to humans, sharing up to 98.7% of our DNA. according to research by the Max Planck Institute for Evolutionary Anthropology in 2023. The split from the common ancestor of the bonobo and common chimpanzee occurred around 1 to 2 million years ago, when the Congo River divided primate populations, creating two distinct species. While chimpanzees evolved to the north, bonobos primarily inhabit the southern vast rainforests. One unique feature of bonobos is their matriarchal social structure. Unlike chimpanzees, where males dominate, bonobo society is led by females. Adult females form strong bonds and lead the group, while males hold lower social ranks. Bonobos are omnivores, with a diet consisting mainly of fruits, leaves, and insects. Fruits from the Moraceae family make up a large portion of their diet, but they also consume various soft plants and occasionally young birds. At Salonga, bonobos travel up to 3 miles daily in search of seasonal fruit. They play a critical role in maintaining the ecological balance of Salonga National Park and preserving the priceless natural heritage of the Congo Basin. The pristine forests of the northwestern Congolian lowland forests stretch across the tri-border region of Cameroon, Gabon, the Republic of the Congo, and the Central African Republic. Like an endless green blanket, this forest extends more than 310 miles from west to east and 435 miles from north to south. At an elevation of 1,740 feet, the Shailu Mountains rise like protective pillars for the entire region, where the lush green vegetation stretches to the horizon. The western lowland gorilla, the largest primate species living in the lowland forests of northwest Congo, inhabits this region. According to the Max Planck Institute, the western lowland gorilla diverged from the common ancestor of other gorilla species about 2 million years ago. This divergence occurred as habitats in West and Central Africa changed, isolating gorilla populations into distinct subspecies. Although the western lowland gorilla is the smallest subspecies, adult silverback males can still weigh up to 400 pounds and stand 5 to 6 feet tall. They are known for their thick, dark brown fur and the silver streak of hair running along their backs, symbolizing power and leadership within the group. This fur not only serves as a distinguishing feature, but also helps it adapt to the humid rainforest environment. Western lowland gorillas have a diverse diet, ranging from leaves and bark to fruits, and occasionally insects like ants and termites. They move nimbly through dense forests, often climbing to forage for food in the trees. When fruit becomes scarce during the dry season, they switch to fiber-rich leaves and stems to sustain their energy. An individual gorilla can consume up to 88 pounds of food daily, mostly consisting of plant matter. Another remarkable primate that inhabits the dense rainforests of the northwestern Congolian lowland forests is the mandrill. It is the largest and most colorful primate in the Cercopithecidae family. Adult male mandrills can weigh up to 110 pounds and measure between 27 to 37 inches in length. One of the most striking features of this species is their vibrant blue and red faces, along with their brightly colored rumps, which not only attract mates, but also serve as indicators of health and dominance within the group. Mandrills have a complex social structure, with groups that can consist of up to 200 individuals, and during larger gatherings, called hordes, numbers can exceed 1,000. These groups are typically led by dominant males, with a clear social hierarchy. Older, more colorful males tend to hold leadership positions, while females and juveniles stay closer to the center of the group to avoid predators. Congo is often called the lair of King Kong. So, do you think a creature like King Kong could actually exist here? The wetlands and swamp forests of the western Congolian swamp forests provide an ideal habitat for the sitatunga, a unique semi-aquatic antelope found in Central and East Africa. With its rich network of rivers and marshes, this region offers abundant resources for the sitatunga, allowing it to move and forage easily in the waterlogged areas. The sitatunga is a medium-sized antelope, with males typically weighing between 168 to 262 pounds and standing about 28 to 46 inches tall at the shoulder, while females are lighter, weighing between 53 to 126 pounds. A distinguishing feature of males is their spiral-shaped horns, which can grow between 18 to 36 inches long, helping them navigate through dense vegetation. To adapt to the swampy environment, sitatungas have long legs and wide splayed hooves, shaped like bananas, which allow them to move easily through deep water. Their water-resistant coat protects them from mud and wet grass. With flexible ankle joints and keen hearing, they can detect predators even in environments with limited visibility. Sitatungas are herbivores, primarily feeding on fresh grasses, sedges, and leaves. During the dry season, when water levels recede, they can stand on their hind legs to reach high branches. Their foraging habits change with the seasons, and they mostly feed along the edges of the wetlands. In the dense forests of the western Congolian swamp forests, the African forest elephant, Loxodonta cyclotis, moves silently through thick vegetation. Though smaller than the African bush elephant, the forest elephant still exudes the grandeur of a giant. Adult males stand between 8 to 10 feet tall and weigh approximately 4,400 to 9,900 pounds. The forest elephant lives in a complex social structure, led by a matriarch, an adult female. The matriarch is responsible for protecting the group and guiding the herd in search of food and water. Forest elephant groups typically consist of females and their young, while adult males often live alone or in small bachelor groups. These elephants communicate with each other using infrasound, low-frequency calls that can travel long distances through the dense jungle. They also use their trunks for tactile communication, reinforcing social bonds and expressing care for other herd members. Forest elephants are herbivores, feeding primarily on leaves, grasses, fruits, and bark. According to the Wildlife Conservation Society in 2023, a forest elephant can consume up to 330 pounds of vegetation daily to sustain its massive body. During the dry season, when food is scarce, they use their tusks and trunks to strip bark and access nutrient-rich parts of plants. These elephants are not only symbols of strength, but also silent protectors of the ecosystem, playing a crucial role in maintaining forest health by dispersing seeds and creating clearings. However, they are on the brink of extinction. Excessive hunting during the 20th century caused their population to plummet. Since 2021, the IUCN has classified the forest elephant as critically endangered. Conserving this species in the western Congolian swamp forests is not only a responsibility, but an urgent task to protect the Congo rainforest ecosystem. This parrot is renowned for its ability to mimic human speech and surrounding sounds, a trait that makes it one of the smartest bird species in the world. As a herbivorous species, the grey parrot feeds on seeds, fruits, berries, and young shoots. In the swamp forests, they have a particular affinity for the fruits of oil palm trees, which provide a critical food source. While consuming fruit, they also play a key role in seed dispersal, helping to regenerate the plant diversity of the rainforest. Their ability to fly long distances allows them to spread seeds across various parts of the forest, from the swamps to farther regions, contributing to forest regeneration. However, the population of this species is under serious threat. According to BirdLife International in 2024, the Congo grey parrot is now listed as critically endangered due to illegal trade and habitat loss, putting immense pressure on their numbers. Located in the heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the central Congolian lowland forests unfold like a majestic portrait of untamed wilderness, where life seems to never stop. With its vast expanse, this forest is one of the last remaining primary rainforests in Africa, a place seemingly untouched by time. In the dense canopy of the central Congolian lowland forests, the crowned eagle soars silently above, its sharp eyes scanning the ground for prey. With a wingspan ranging from 6 to 6.5 feet and a body length of 31 to 35 inches, the crowned eagle is one of Africa's largest and most formidable birds of prey. Its dark brown plumage, prominent crest atop its head, and striking white-barred belly make this bird unmistakable. In the watery habitats and mangrove forests of the western Congolian swamp forests, the Nile monitor moves silently through dense vegetation. Measuring up to 8 feet in length and weighing between 11 to 33 pounds, it is one of the largest species in the Varanidae family in Africa. Its tough, dark brown or grey scales, speckled with yellow, provide perfect camouflage in the swamps and forests. A semi-aquatic species, the Nile monitor is an excellent swimmer. Its long, flattened tail acts like a paddle, allowing it to move swiftly through water. The Nile monitor can swim at speeds of 1.2 to 1.8 miles per hour and hold its breath for up to 30 minutes, making it a formidable underwater predator. Located in the heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cuvette Centrale spans 56,000 square miles, resembling a giant mirror reflecting meandering rivers amidst deep, waterlogged swamps. Here, the network of rivers and swamps forms a complex web. Rivers like the Congo, Salonga, Ruki, and Chuapa flow continuously, carrying life and sustaining an irreplaceable ecological rhythm. These wetlands are not only a refuge for many unique species, but also help reduce carbon emissions, slowing the process of climate change. The peaceful waters of Cuvette Centrale conceal a complex and vibrant ecosystem. It is home to 2 iconic African crocodile species that play essential roles in the food chain of the swamps and rivers. The Nile crocodile, a massive apex predator, can reach lengths of up to 20 feet and weigh as much as 2,200 pounds. Its powerful body and long head, equipped with formidable teeth, allow it to easily overpower large prey. In contrast, the African slender-snouted crocodile is a master of finesse. With its long, narrow snout, this crocodile is perfectly adapted to hunting fish and smaller aquatic animals. Much smaller than the Nile crocodile, it measures between 8 and 13 feet and weighs 275 to 715 pounds. However, its underwater hunting skills are highly refined, especially in the deep swamps and slow-moving rivers of Cuvette Centrale, where fish make up its primary diet. Unfortunately, as of the IUCN Red List 2024, the African slender-snouted crocodile has been classified as critically endangered, with only about 2,000 to 3,000 individuals remaining in the wild due to poaching and habitat loss. Every migration season, the black stork travels more than 3,000 miles, crossing various terrains from the dry Sahara Desert to the tropical rainforests of Congo. This long journey ensures stable food sources and access to suitable breeding environments in Europe and Asia during summer, before returning to Africa as the dry season begins. In Cuvette Centrale, these birds use the swamps and river systems, such as the Congo, Salonga, and Ruki rivers, as critical stopover points to feed and regain energy. The black stork walks slowly through shallow waters, carefully scanning for fish, amphibians, insects, and shrimp. Its long, sharp beak is an effective tool, allowing it to snatch up prey in a flash. In the expansive wetlands, they often remain still for hours, waiting for the perfect moment to strike unsuspecting prey. In contrast, the yellow-billed stork often hunts and lives in small groups of 5 to 10 individuals, though during breeding seasons, or when food is abundant, they can gather in larger flocks. Their seasonal migration behavior takes them between wetland areas in Congo and other equatorial regions in search of water and food during the dry season. When water becomes scarce, they migrate to places like Cuvette Centrale, where stable rainfall and abundant food sources are available year-round. The yellow-billed stork is a large bird, measuring between 35 and 41 inches in length, with a wingspan reaching 59 to 65 inches. Their average weight ranges from 5 to 5.5 pounds. Their distinctive white plumage, contrasted by black wing and tail feathers, is easily recognizable, along with their long, curved, bright yellow bill. Amid the vast expanse of the African rainforests, the Atlantic equatorial coastal forests stretch over 73,200 square miles along the Atlantic coast. From the low northern hills to distant southern and eastern mountain ranges, this ecosystem is a vibrant, living canvas. These rainforests form a green mantle that covers the southwestern corner of Cameroon, the mainland of Equatorial Guinea, and the coastal plains of Gabon. Major rivers like the Salonga and Congo wind through the landscape, like silver threads weaving through the ancient forest. Hidden among the fallen leaves of the Atlantic equatorial coastal forests, the Gaboon viper, also known as the Gaboon adder, waits silently for an unfortunate prey. Its wide, triangular head and brilliantly patterned scales, blending hues of brown, yellow, and purple, make this snake a master of camouflage in the damp forest floor of the Congo rainforest. It looks like a dried leaf, perfectly blending into the landscape, leaving prey unaware of the lurking danger. When a rodent or bird unknowingly approaches, the gaboon viper strikes in less than 0.5 seconds, giving its prey no time to react. With the longest fangs in the snake world, up to 2 inches, the gaboon viper injects a massive dose of venom, from 200 to 600 milligrams in a single bite. There's no need to chase. The gaboon viper simply waits for its prey to succumb before swallowing it whole. Its flexible jaw and expandable body allow it to consume prey many times larger than its head. The gaboon viper's ambush strategy and potent venom make it one of the most formidable predators in the Atlantic equatorial coastal forests. The dense vegetation of the Atlantic equatorial coastal forests provides an ideal hunting ground for the serval. Its long, slender legs help it navigate through tall grasses, giving it an advantage when hunting in grasslands and swampy areas. The serval preys not only on rodents but also on amphibians like frogs, particularly in swampy regions. Its long legs allow it to easily move through shallow water, catching frogs and other aquatic animals with high precision. The serval is the wild cat with the longest legs in proportion to its body, allowing it to spot and approach prey from a distance. Its large, sensitive ears function like radars, picking up the smallest sounds. When it detects prey, the serval quietly stalks it, moving stealthily before launching a powerful leap of 6 to 9 feet, leaving the prey with no time to react. With sharp claws, the serval grabs its prey and then bites its neck to bring it down. It can consume a variety of prey in one day, but often leaves part of larger prey for scavengers to feed on. Located in the southeast of the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Katanga Plateau rises to elevations between 3,900 and 5,900 feet, where grasslands and Mayombo woodlands intertwine with majestic hills. Here, lions, symbols of power and authority, play an essential role in the ecosystem. On the Katanga Plateau, the terrain of hills mixed with grasslands and sparse forests provides an ideal environment for lions. With abundant prey like antelope, buffalo and zebras, the lion population here remains stable. Lions, the only large cats that live in pride, typically form groups of 5 to 15 individuals. A pride consists of dominant males, lionesses and cubs. Within the pride, males protect the territory, while the females are responsible for hunting and raising the young. The tight social interactions within the pride increase the lion's ability to defend territory and share food resources. Lions employ sophisticated hunting strategies. The lionesses, as the primary hunters, work in groups to surround and herd prey into a confined area. When hunting large animals like buffalo or zebras, they divide into 2 groups, causing panic and confusion in the prey from multiple directions. Research by the Wildlife Conservation Society in 2023 noted that on the Katanga Plateau, groups of 3 to 5 lionesses have high success rates when hunting antelope and buffalo. The harsh, dry season in Katanga tests the lion's survival skills. They adapt by hunting near water sources or in sparse forests where prey gathers. Lions also adjust their hunting times, becoming more active at night to avoid the daytime heat. Their hunting abilities and regulation of prey numbers help maintain the region's ecological balance and vegetation. However, according to the IUCN Red List in 2024, the lion population on the Katanga Plateau is in steep decline, with only 200 to 300 individuals remaining due to habitat loss and human-wildlife conflict. In the vast African savanna, where battles for survival erupt every passing moment, there exists a society full of mystery, one that defies nearly every pattern we usually know about mammals. This is the world of the spotted hyena. Many assume they are nothing more than disorderly scavengers, yet the truth could not be more different. Spotted hyenas are among the species with the most complex and demanding social structures in the wild. And what makes them truly remarkable is that their society is led entirely by females. At times, the leading females are even given a powerful title by researchers, Queen. The alpha female holds supreme authority within the clan. She not only dominates physically, but also controls resources, food, and even decides who is allowed to thrive within the social hierarchy. It is not just the queen. Every adult female in the clan outranks all of the males, without exception. Female hyenas are usually larger than males, on average weighing around 60 to 70 kilograms, while males are only about 45 to 60 kilograms. But it is not simply about size. High levels of the androgen hormone during fetal development make the females more assertive, muscular, and bold. Females often remain in the clan for life. They form close bonds with their mothers and sisters, often cooperating in hunts, caring for young, and defending territory. These lasting connections can endure for life, a true form of sisterhood, something rare in the animal world. Males, however, follow a different path. Once they reach maturity, usually around 2 years of age, nearly all males leave the clan where they were born. This behavior, known as natal dispersal, is strictly followed to prevent inbreeding and to maintain genetic diversity. Yet leaving home is far from easy. Males must seek to join another clan and always begin at the very bottom of the hierarchy. They have to wait, submit, and endure, sometimes for many months, before finally being accepted into a new clan. Even then, life remains full of challenges. Low-ranking males eat last, must step aside when driven away, and are often pushed around by higher-ranking members, especially by the adult females. So how does the queen rule over her small kingdom? In the heart of the wild African lands, where the sun scorches the earth and red dust hides every trace, a female spotted hyena is returning to the den after an exhausting hunt. Yet before she can step into the safest part of the clan, where the cubs are waiting, she must perform one required act, a greeting ritual to the queen. There is no command spoken, but her social instinct has been imprinted since birth. The dominant female is easily recognized by her upright tail. The greeting begins with the subordinate exposing her genital area before the alpha female. Hyenas have scent glands near the anus and genital region, which release a mix of pheromones. This distinct scent carries genetic information, health status, sex, age, social rank, and even the individual's current mood. Like human fingerprints, the odor from these glands is unique to each hyena. After the greeting, the queen takes the prey, and this meal will be used to feed the young. Here, the leading female builds a matriarchal order so strong that social rank is inherited like royal succession. If the mother is the alpha female, her daughter, the true princess, automatically secures the rank just beneath her without needing to fight for it. In a study spanning more than 14 years in Ngorongoro, Tanzania, scientists confirmed that 100% of cubs inherit the social status of their mothers, a model known as maternal rank inheritance. From the moment they open their eyes, high-ranking cubs are given priority to nurse, to eat first from a carcass, and to occupy the center of the den, the safest place of all. But this is not mere indulgence, it is a technique of socializing power. Those cubs grow up with a sense of entitlement, while the others learn early that they must yield. However, position is not permanently granted. Each day becomes a lesson in politics. From just a few weeks old, hyena cubs begin to play together around the den. These behaviors include play biting, chasing, mock fighting, and playful vocalizations. They are not real acts of aggression and do not cause injury, making up around 30 to 40% of the activity time of cubs under 6 months old. Such games are a way for the alpha female's offspring to become familiar with power. The mother supports her cub in conflicts, helping it understand who is below me by ensuring victories, by standing beside it when needed. Repeated again and again, these behaviors teach both the princess and the other cubs to recognize their places and responsibilities. In the world of hyenas, alliances are the currency of power. They possess an exceptionally advanced social intelligence. Hyenas understand the social ties of others, who is related to whom, who outranks whom, and above all, they choose sides strategically during confrontations. Individuals form flexible alliances, sometimes only to push another out of dominance in a small group, sometimes to strengthen their role as the alpha female begins to weaken. To become a true ruler, succession alone is not enough. The female must have followers. Acts of aggression or bullying become tools to assert authority. Low-ranking cubs often become targets, not because they threaten the system, but because such dominance is what sustains and reinforces the system. This leads to noticeably higher physiological stress levels in lower-ranking individuals, a reality confirmed by measuring cortisol in their blood. Yet it is not all harshness. When well-fed, they still engage in playful behavior, which helps nurture bonds and strengthen the social order within the clan. The spotted hyena is the very definition of an opportunistic predator. It does not always have to search, stalk, and chase down its prey. Sometimes it simply waits for others to do the hardest part. A small python, sensing the presence of a much larger hunter, may abandon its catch and slither away. A lone hyena can certainly handle smaller prey like a young antelope. But saving energy is always a wise choice. Being an opportunistic predator means not specializing in just one type of prey or one method of hunting, but instead taking advantage of any available opportunity to feed. Whether hunting when conditions are favorable, stealing a meal, or feeding on a carcass already left behind, hyenas are remarkably flexible and highly adaptive in every feeding strategy. The spotted hyena is a true cursorial hunter. It hunts with endurance, determination, and a cool-headed ability to read the situation. When the opportunity, or the threat, reaches a threshold, the clan regroups. A small party chases down an adult wildebeest. This prey is massive, weighing anywhere from 230 to 290 kilograms. Its shorter hind legs compared to the front create a downhill slope toward the head, often leading people to mistake it as weakness. The meal may start even before the prey's life has fully faded. The savanna is always unpredictable, and fresh meat is not always available for a crowded clan. During the dry season, water grows scarce, and territorial battles become increasingly fierce. Not only among predators, but also among herbivores. This rhino became the casualty of a brutal territorial fight. Its sharp horn is one of the most formidable weapons in nature, able to fend off even lions. The spotted hyena is a master of scavenging. The scent of a carcass quickly draws its keen nose. This is its strongest sense, capable of detecting the smell of decay or blood from more than 4 kilometers away. Yet every windfall feast requires extreme caution. Its darting eyes scan the surroundings, ears pricked to catch the earliest hint of lions. Hyenas are called masters of scavenging because their biology is perfectly suited for it. They possess the most powerful bite force relative to body size among land mammals. Their overall bite force has been measured at up to 4,500 newtons. This is 40% stronger than that of a lion and 15% greater than that of a grizzly bear. For their size, spotted hyenas have one of the most robust skulls of all carnivores. Their jaw muscles are incredibly strong, anchored to a prominent sagittal crest. But only adult hyenas can produce such immense pressure. Young hyenas are at a disadvantage when competing for food, since their skulls grow slowly and are not fully developed until around 35 months of age. One spotted hyena weighing 63.1 kilograms was estimated to exert a bite force of 565.7 newtons at the canine teeth and 985.5 newtons at the premolars. Their teeth serve a dual purpose, unlike other hyena species that feed mainly on carrion. The upper and lower premolars are conical and designed to crush bones, allowing access to the rich marrow inside. Their bone-crushing ability even surpasses that of a brown bear. Behind these bone-cracking teeth lie razor-sharp molars for slicing through thick hides. This placement allows them to crush bones with their premolars without wearing down their molars. It means they can consume almost every part of their prey, including hide, hooves, bones, and even teeth. The digestive system of the spotted hyena is another biological marvel. With a stomach pH below 2, it is strong enough to dissolve bone, horn, and hooves, even anthrax bacteria. Experiments have shown that their immune system tolerates pathogens fatal to other animals. They are living waste disposal machines, keeping ecosystems clean while preventing disease from spreading in the wild. A single individual can consume up to 14.5 kilograms of meat in one sitting, including hide, tendons, hooves, and even teeth. Thanks to all these traits, from body structure and jaw power to flexible hunting strategies and a toxin-resistant stomach, the spotted hyena has become one of Africa's most efficient hunter-scavengers. And interestingly, their hunting success rate is about 33%, the same as a cheetah. Studies show that 60 to 80% of their meals actually come from their own hunts, not just scavenging or stealing. Yet despite these impressive facts and figures, the spotted hyena is not considered an apex predator, though it comes very close and, in some cases, functions as one in the ecosystem. The reason lies with lions. Lions are the hyena's greatest rivals. They take hyenas' lives whenever the opportunity arises, especially to defend territory or secure a kill. Hyenas rarely confront adult lions directly. They may target lion cubs or weaker individuals, but generally avoid head-on clashes. So when facing one or a pride of lions, spotted hyenas must summon every resource at their disposal. For centuries, spotted hyenas and lions have symbolized the eternal rivalry of the savanna, a relationship both hostile and intertwined. Clashes are common, with powerful bites, dramatic standoffs, and desperate struggles over carcasses. But what often goes unnoticed is how much these two species resemble each other in social design. Both the spotted hyena and the lion are among the most socially complex predators in Africa. One thrives in a clan, the other in a pride. Though structured differently, matriarchy against patriarchy, both revolve around order, alliances, reproductive roles, and astonishingly sophisticated territorial strategies. If the hyena secures power through mother-to-daughter inheritance, the lion maintains its bloodline through the reign of dominant males, fighting, expelling rivals, and leaving behind offspring to carry the legacy. Both rely on force, both on strategy, and both understand that survival is never an individual matter. And perhaps it is in these very similarities that conflict becomes inevitable. For in nature, it is often those most alike who become the fiercest of enemies. Unlike all the other big cats on the planet, the lion is the only one that truly lives a social life. It does not live in solitude, nor does it hide deep in the forest, but instead gathers into a complex social unit, a fission-fusion society model, much like the spotted hyena. Still, there are differences beyond numbers. Members of a pride may temporarily split into smaller groups to hunt or rest and then reunite. The pride usually gathers together for large hunts, but can break into smaller groups for medium-sized prey, territory patrols, or cub care. They are more stable and less flexible than hyenas. A typical lion pride has about 15 members, but sometimes up to 30, consisting of several adult males, related lionesses, and cubs. But here lies the fascinating part. Just like the spotted hyena, it is the lioness who serves as the heart and soul of the pride. Males may come and go, but the lioness stays, bound to the place of her birth, carrying forward the bloodline and memory of the pride across generations. Beneath the pale sand-colored coat and piercing eyes is a natural-born warrior, not the cold, solitary type, but a commander of strategy and loyalty. As the evening shadows stretch across the golden plains, and herds of zebras, wildebeests, or impalas relax their guard, that is when the lionesses begin to move. They glide like phantoms, no mane to get in the way or give away their position. With bodies smaller than males, only 122 to 180 kilograms, but far quicker and more enduring, lionesses use every tuft of grass and every tree trunk as perfect camouflage. Their sharp claws, powerful muscles, and keen vision in dim light, all are made for one purpose: to bring down prey. The hunt begins with strategy. Numbers alone do not make strength. Lionesses understand this. Each individual has a distinct role to play, a kind of battle formation honed over many years. Some spread wide, taking the wing positions, silently closing in, pushing prey into chaos. Others hold the center, lying in wait. And when the moment comes, when prey stumbles in panic toward them, that is when speed explodes, claws grip tight, and instinct ignites. A lone lioness hunting a springbok has only about a 2.3% success rate. The springbok is small, swift, and nimble. But when they hunt as a team, the number can soar to nearly 30%, a clear testament to the power of cooperation and tactical intelligence. And it is not limited to small prey. Groups of lionesses can bring down a full-grown giraffe, or even a young elephant weighing nearly 6,000 kilograms if conditions favor them. In an assault on a herd of Cape buffalo, with each animal weighing up to 900 kilograms, lionesses are often the first to charge. They boldly leap onto the head or face of the buffalo to distract it, knowing that a single thrust could break bones. And when the dust finally settles, amid torn grass and the heavy scent of blood in the air, they return as mothers, nurturers, and protectors. What makes lionesses extraordinary is that they do not distinguish between their own cubs and those of others. As long as the cub belongs to the pride, a lioness will nurse it, shield it, and teach it how to survive. This behavior, called allonursing, has been recorded in nearly every wild lion pride. It helps synchronize the growth of the cubs, reduces differences in strength, and raises the chances of collective survival. In lion society, the lioness is not only the warrior and the mother, but also the decision-maker. When the pride must move, hunt, or avoid threats, it is the tightly bonded lionesses, through kinship ties, who decide the course of action. Even when predators such as leopards, hyenas, or a coalition of strange males intrude, it is the lionesses who stand side by side to defend the cubs. There have been fierce encounters recorded where 4 lionesses fought together against an outsider male trying to force his way into the pride. But if you look deeper into the blazing golden eyes and regal stance of a male lion, you might realize that behind that majestic title lies a role that is challenging, short-lived, and at times deeply solitary. A male lion is not simply a symbol of strength. In the complex social system of lions, the male lion plays a crucial role in protecting the pride's survival and the continuity of its bloodline. It is a role that requires both strategy and sacrifice. With a massive body weighing anywhere from 150 to 260 kilograms, the male lion possesses powerful muscles and a bite strong enough to crush the bones of a zebra. But most of the time, male lions don't hunt. Instead, they guard the meal, driving off scavengers like the spotted hyena, jackal, or vulture, creatures that always linger nearby, waiting for a chance when there's no male present in the pride. But perhaps the most striking feature of a male lion is its thick mane, circling the neck like a fiery halo. This mane acts as both natural armor during battles and a bold signal of testosterone levels, health, and attractiveness to the lioness. The darker and denser the mane, the more it signals that this male is strong and an ideal partner for reproduction. However, what truly defines the position of a male lion is not just appearance. It's the ability to protect its territory and its pride, 2 essential factors in the wild. Each pride can control a territory as vast as 259 square kilometers, a rich expanse of land constantly eyed by unrelenting rivals. The male patrols the boundaries, marks the area with urine and roars, a thunderous sound that can carry up to 8 kilometers, as a warning to anyone considering intrusion. When confrontation becomes inevitable, he is the front line of defense, ready to put himself on the line to protect the lionesses and cubs. Yet that power doesn't last. In the golden light stretching across the savanna, where tall yellow grasses ripple softly in the evening breeze, an aging male lion with a shaggy mane and heavy muscles still exuding strength walks the edges of his territory. Each step leaves a deep print on the cracked earth, a silent claim of ownership. He stops by a low shrub, sniffs the air, then lets out a deep, resonant roar, a sound that can carry up to 8 kilometers in the hot, dry air of the savanna, like a warning bell to any would-be challenger. In the brush opposite, eyes glint through the shadows. Not hyenas, not scavengers. It's a coalition of 3 young, muscular males, their eyes burning with ambition. They do not roar, do not declare war. They simply move in, slowly, as if silence itself were part of their takeover strategy. The old lion rises tall, his mane bristling, muscles tight, bracing for a confrontation that is now unavoidable. But age is a quiet betrayer. The fight doesn't last long. Within minutes, the ground trembles under forceful paws, roars echo then fade, and silence returns. No one sees the male lion again. No body, no blood, only a space left unclaimed. When the deep warning roars of the male lion no longer echo across the grasslands, when the scent marks along the territory's edge disappear, the first to notice the power vacuum is the hyena. They begin to move in, becoming the boldest thieves of the feast. It seems hyenas benefit from sharing the same grounds with lions. In some areas, they do not shy away from the lion's roar. In fact, they sometimes move closer, as if challenging the fiercest predator of the savannah. This behavior isn't reckless bravado. Staying away from lions might cost them a meal, since both species compete for the same food sources, from carrion to live prey. In the Ngorongoro crater, they've been observed stealing up to 100% of the prey caught by lionesses when no male lion is present. The spotted hyena, while typically cautious and she is nearly overpowered by their powerful jaws. If this continues, survival seems unlikely, but 4 other lionesses come to her rescue. Hyenas are known for being stubborn, bold, and unwilling to retreat easily. Though lionesses are twice their size in weight and built with raw power, spotted hyenas have compact, muscular bodies and an unmatched bite force. So lionesses are not the natural fear factor for hyenas. They are equals, sometimes dominant, sometimes overwhelmed. Even without a male lion, the lioness must hunt to feed her cubs. Spotted hyenas won't hesitate to provoke a lone lioness to steal her meal, especially when backup is nearby. They swoop in to tear apart the prey she fought so hard to bring down, all while staying alert for any lioness who might be lurking close by. The lone lioness has no choice but to wait it out until the hyenas leave. In nature, as in life, those who seem weaker in one way may be stronger in another. Hyenas don't fear the lioness because they understand the power of the group. If this pattern continues, the entire pride's well-being could be at risk. This time, 3 lionesses manage to bring down a buffalo. As usual, the hyenas arrive, screeching while the lionesses and their cubs eat. They don't launch a random assault. The attack begins with a strategy already named by scientists: mobbing, a collective intimidation tactic. From a distance, the spotted hyenas begin to form a tightening formation, tails raised high like flags of defiance, eyes locked onto the target. The sounds they make are unlike anything else. A mix of shrieks, mocking laughter, and howls echoing across the savannah as if they're trying to fill the air with fear. But that's exactly what the hyenas want, to separate her from the meal. Researchers have recorded that these coordinated mobbing attacks increase the hyena's chances of stealing food from lions by over 60%. Each individual knows its role, from the one causing a distraction, to the one attacking from behind, to the one making noise to apply psychological pressure. This reflects a kind of collective intelligence, which experts say rivals that of chimpanzees in terms of cooperation. When a lioness strikes a hyena, it becomes the very trigger for a full-blown battle in which the hyenas have the numerical advantage. Others seize the moment to snatch away the prize. It's not a new plan, but it always works, unless a male lion appears. The noise stops, and the scene shifts instantly. But the lioness is not the man of the house. She charges forward, trying to chase off the intruder. but fails. Eventually, she turns back to the den after seeing the male lion take over the prey. This is not a good sign for her or her cubs. At the moment when the pride was at its weakest, the coalition of young male lions approached the lionesses and cubs, this time to take over the entire pride. The cubs now became the most vulnerable targets. With a mortality rate reaching 50% in their first year and as high as 80% before adulthood, any disruption in the pride's protective structure could prove to be a final blow. It didn't take long for them to overpower the pride. The lionesses, exhausted after many nights fending off hyenas, were unable to fight any longer. Then came infanticide, swift, ruthless, and inevitable. The nursing cubs, offspring of the former male, were all killed. The goal was to bring the lionesses back into estrus as soon as possible, allowing the new males to pass on their own genes to the next generation. The mothers, though grieving, were forced to follow their new rulers. Instead of spending many more months raising cubs, they were now ready to conceive again, this time with the males who now controlled the pride. As estrus returned, a wave of mating began, intense and unrelenting. A lioness may mate over 50 times per day with a single male, continuing for 4 to 5 days straight. This frequency has nothing to do with bonding or affection. It is a biological strategy to ensure successful fertilization. However, it's not just one male involved. Within a coalition, males often take turns mating with the same female, and the lioness tends to cooperate with multiple males. This creates a blurred lineage, where no male can be certain which cubs are his own. Later on, this reduces the risk of infanticide in the future, because if each male believes he might be the father, the chance of him harming the cubs is lower. Mating in lions is nothing like what people might imagine. It is neither romantic nor gentle. Throughout the process, the male often bites the female's neck, a behavior that helps him maintain position and serves as a way to assert control over his partner. This action can be painful and often leaves small scratches around the neck after the mating period ends. A new generation is forming deep in the heart of the savanna, carrying all the genetic traits that the coalition is fighting to pass on before they are eventually overthrown. The existence of every pride is never fixed in place. The males do not care for the cubs or take part in raising them. Their role is limited to defending territory and securing their bloodline. Meanwhile, the lionesses continue their duties of raising the young, hunting, and maintaining the social structure. Lions and spotted hyenas are primarily crepuscular and nocturnal hunters. But during the cooler winter months, they can also be active during the day. A lioness, after a fierce standoff with about 20 spotted hyenas, realizes she is alone in the midst of a massive group. Is all it takes to force her to abandon the prey. Dust clouds swirl as the spotted hyenas tear into the kill. The male lion has arrived. He walks in slowly, needing no roar to show who rules this land. Hyenas may overpower a lone lioness, but they are highly wary of male lions. The presence of a male lion drastically reduces the chances of the hyenas stealing or holding on to the kill. The feeding opportunities for the hyena clan and the very stability of their group have never felt more fragile. The hyena clan under the new queen gradually shifts its primary focus from lions to targeting smaller predators. The African wild dog is now in their sights. Although smaller than lions and spotted hyenas, the highly skilled wild dog packs are not to be underestimated, with a hunting success rate of up to 90%. Much of their success comes from being one of the most effective social models among carnivores. A perfect blend of discipline, loyalty, and unity among members of a large extended family. A typical African wild dog pack has between 7 and 15 adult individuals, depending on habitat quality. In favorable conditions with abundant food, that number can exceed 30. Unlike the power struggles common in other carnivores, this pack is led by a single breeding pair, the alpha pair. The alpha male and alpha female are not tyrants like lions or spotted hyenas, but rather leaders guided by experience and respect. They do not need to growl or fight to assert authority. All behaviors within the pack, from submission to food sharing, are governed by peaceful social rituals, reflecting a miniature moral ecosystem of cooperation and sacrifice. Non-breeding individuals are not neglected or seen as lesser. On the contrary, they serve as helpers, caretakers, protectors, and a vital support system for the next generation. When the alpha female gives birth, typically to 6 to 16 pups after a 70 to 73-day gestation, these helpers take turns guarding the den, watching over the pups, and sharing both food and warmth. Packs are not always stable. Upon reaching adulthood, younger individuals leave to find new packs, often with females dispersing to avoid inbreeding. This journey is risky but essential for maintaining genetic diversity in the species. Packs in areas with abundant food and minimal human disturbance often control large territories, spanning several hundred square kilometers, and use scent markings, tracks, and social behavior to define their boundaries. In the harsh wild, where one wrong move can cost a life, the way African wild dogs organize their hunts is a living tactical masterpiece. In a typical hunt, the pack gathers after resting. Behaviors like face-licking, tail-wagging, and even sneezing serve as a kind of vote to initiate departure. They usually set off in the early morning or late afternoon, cooler times ideal for spotting prey like impala, wildebeest, or even warthogs. Once prey is sighted, the chase doesn't involve the entire pack at once, but is carried out by coordinated subgroups. An African wild dog can reach speeds of 56 to 72 kilometers per hour, but what's truly remarkable is their stamina and ability to rotate roles in the chase. The leading group runs until they tire, then another group takes over. Each sprint lasts just a few hundred meters. When the prey is exhausted, the whole pack charges in. Food is shared almost immediately after the takedown. The pups, the sick, and the elderly all are prioritized. Helpers often regurgitate pre-chewed food for pups or nursing mothers. But just as the pack is feasting, a loud snarl sends them into panic. It's a spotted hyena, drawn to the scene by the scent of blood. Two charge in first, swift as a gust of wind. Another follows, devouring the wild dog's half-finished meal, nearly 20 dogs outnumbered. These opportunists are about 1.5 to 2 times the size of African wild dogs. The size difference always puts wild dogs at a disadvantage in food disputes. A lone spotted hyena can intimidate an entire small wild dog pack unless they vastly outnumber it. The wild dog's high-pitched yelps fade, replaced by the crisp crunch of bones in the hyena's jaws. African wild dogs tend to eat quickly, share fast, or give up altogether when faced with a hyena they can't challenge. However, spotted hyenas aren't always successful. Thanks to their coordination and tactics, African wild dogs can sometimes fend them off entirely. The hyena's round, muscular rump isn't just a powerhouse for running, it's also a natural shield, making it harder for bites from behind to latch on, often slipping off target. African wild dogs can't overpower a hyena, but they can scare it off. The very strategy that helped hyenas outmaneuver lionesses is now causing them to retreat from smaller predators. The African wild dog is not the only canid that gives the spotted hyena a hard time. There's another creature that often shows up in the same scenes and occasionally gives hyenas a real headache. That is the black-backed jackal. with a dark saddle across its back and bright golden sides like the glow of a sunset. This animal is the embodiment of silent survival strategy. The black-backed jackal has an extraordinarily developed hearing structure. Its large, upright ears can rotate independently to catch even the faintest sound from over 100 meters away, a major advantage when hunting insects or detecting distant movement. Its eyes are well adapted to low light, enabling it to function effectively during dusk and dawn, the prime hours for predators. Its digestive system is also highly versatile, capable of processing raw meat, hard-shelled insects, and even fibrous fallen fruit, an ideal biological setup for a varied diet. Weighing only about 10 kilograms with a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour and a jaw filled with long, sharp canines, the black-backed jackal can take down small prey like hares, mole rats, birds, and even lizards in bushy areas. But its reputation isn't built on brute strength. It lies in its sharp mind, keen situational awareness, and eyes that never stop scanning the savanna. The jackal's presence near hyena or lion hunting grounds is no accident. It's the clearest example of the benefit from the strong principle in the wild. They don't need to kill to survive, just be fast, patient, and cunning enough to scavenge from the giant's feast. When chaos distracts the spotted hyenas, the black-backed jackal silently slips in. With a low, shadowy gait moving through sun-scorched grass, they steal bites even as the hyenas are still there. But why don't spotted hyenas seem to care? In many cases, ignoring the jackals isn't kindness. It's an unconscious yet effective cost-benefit assessment. First, black-backed jackals can't compete for the main prize. They pick off scraps the hyenas don't bother with or pieces too small to fight over. So, from the hyena's perspective, chasing jackals away sometimes burns more energy than it's worth. Second, behavioral studies in Tanzania and Chobe National Park, Botswana, suggest that jackals can inadvertently help hyenas detect danger early. With their acute hearing and lightning-fast reflexes, jackals are often the first to notice approaching leopards, lions, or other predators. When a jackal suddenly flees or calls out a warning, hyenas can read the signal and prepare, a passive benefit from their presence. Third, when food is abundant, such as after taking down a large prey like a zebra, wildebeest, or buffalo, hyenas are often too busy processing massive amounts of meat before other scavengers arrive. In these moments, competition eases and jackals can feast on scattered remains undisturbed. But hyenas aren't always so tolerant. Unlike the solitary image often associated with small predators, black-backed jackals tend to live in long-term monogamous pairs and remain loyal for life. Their breeding season occurs once a year, depending on the climate. After mating, the gestation lasts about 60 days, and the female gives birth to 3 to 6 pups in a hidden burrow, often tucked away in brush, tree roots, or rock crevices. One unique aspect of their reproductive system is the presence of helpers, usually offspring from previous litters. These individuals do not reproduce but stay behind to help raise their younger siblings by guarding the den, bringing back food, and playing with the pups to help develop social skills. Black-backed jackal pups sometimes become targets for young hyenas practicing hunting or as a food source during scarcity. In such moments, even with both parents and older siblings trying to protect them, they stand little chance against the hyena. That's the fate of the smaller voices in the food chain. But that doesn't mean jackals can't trouble the big hunter. If a lone hyena is up against 4 jackals, defending a carcass becomes a serious struggle. And in the war over carrion, not only 4-legged animals wield power. The white-backed vulture has never been a bystander. These birds don't hunt in the traditional sense, but feed almost exclusively on carrion, a food source few dare to touch. Each individual can consume up to 1 kilogram of meat in minutes, and during massive feasts, Hundreds of them can strip a carcass clean in under 30 minutes. What makes them masters of scavenging is not just their sharp beak or featherless neck that allows deep access into the carcass, but also a stomach with extremely high acidity, measured at below pH 1. This biological weapon is nearly perfect, capable of digesting even lethal bacteria like anthrax or rabies, deadly to most other animals. Because of this, the white-backed vulture is nature's great cleaner, even outpacing the spotted hyena in some respects. However, in their foraging journey, vultures aren't always first on the scene. In reality, when a hyena takes down a wildebeest or zebra, the sounds of tearing flesh and scent of blood carried by the wind quickly alert vultures circling above. Within minutes, the sky darkens as massive wings gather overhead. It's chaos. Dozens dive in, crowding, competing over the remaining scraps left by the hyenas. Their strength doesn't lie in ambushes, but in numbers and strategy. They willingly risk injury, using their bodies to create confusion, making it impossible for hyenas to defend all parts of the carcass. With beaks as hard as steel, they rip remaining muscle, even digging into the belly cavity for rich internal organs. In some cases, when the hyenas have eaten their fill and moved on, the vultures truly take over the battlefield, turning leftovers into an energy-packed banquet. Spotted hyenas, black-backed jackals, and white-backed vultures, the savanna's most notorious scavengers, frequently clash over carrion. Sometimes they even dare to challenge a lion's feast. A lion pride has just taken down a zebra, but their meal is far from peaceful. A reckless spotted hyena is the first to face a lioness's punishment. After that, they circle cautiously, keeping their distance. On the outer edges, the black-backed jackals linger, and farther still, white-backed vultures await. Another failed attempt. Hyenas, wild dogs, and vultures must wait until the lionesses are done eating. Even though large and professional scavengers, spotted hyenas must fight fiercely to keep their clans alive. And when it's too difficult to steal from pack-living predators, they shift their focus to loners or small groups. Their next target, the cheetah. Cheetahs don't have fixed territories like hyenas or lions. Mothers often roam with their cubs, avoiding areas with large predators, seeking zones with less competition. Male cheetahs often form coalitions of 2 or 3, controlling prey-rich areas and waiting for mating opportunities. As the first rays of sun cut across the savanna, an impala lifts its head, ears twitching. But it's too late. Over 70 meters away, the fastest mammal on Earth flattens itself against the ground, its slender body flowing like water, tail raised like a rudder, golden eyes locked on its target. Rear legs coil like a spring, no hesitation. With a single leap, it rockets forward. In 3 seconds, it hits 90 kilometers per hour. Its lightweight, flexible skeleton allows it to accelerate faster than a sports car. Tendons strain, lungs stretch wide, heart pounding over 200 beats per minute. This isn't endurance. It's an all-in sprint. The impala dodges through a shrub, sharply turning, but the cheetah doesn't falter. Thanks to an unusually developed inner ear and a tail that acts as a stabilizer, it maintains perfect balance even while zigzagging at extreme speeds. Within seconds, the gap closes. A final lunge. Front paws lock onto the prey's hips. A swift bite to the throat. Life ends in silence. The hunt ends quickly, but each one comes at a high cost. If it fails, the energy lost could mean hunger for the rest of the day. Even if it succeeds, the prize might not be kept. Spotted hyenas can sniff it out within minutes. One cheetah tries to fend off the thief, but the hyena won't back down. When a second hyena arrives, it's 2 against 2. Odds are clear. In the distance, another figure approaches. Who could it be? Though muscular, sharp-jawed, and skilled in coordinated hunting, lions aren't always up for long chases. When energy runs low and hunger drains all patience, they choose the faster route, stealing. And their favorite victim? The spotted hyena, their age-old rival with a nose for carrion and impressive hunting prowess. A single heavy step kicks up dust. A single sharp glance silences hyena cackles. No warning, just a lion charging in like a fearsome warrior, sending hyenas fleeing in a blink. This isn't rare. In fact, stealing from hyenas is a frequently documented behavior in lions, especially during lean times. After giving birth, lionesses often enter a very sensitive period, hiding from the pride to care for cubs during the first 4 to 8 weeks. They must hunt alone while nursing and protecting their young. So lionesses either hunt solo or seize any opportunity to feed, ensuring they produce enough milk and stay strong. A standoff with 4 hyenas at a carcass won't escalate if neither side crosses the line. The lioness, exhausted, quietly approaches and begins feeding alongside the hyenas. The hyenas appear flustered. They try to drag the carcass away. One calls out to the clan, the others tug with all their strength. But the mother refuses to yield. She must eat to nourish her cubs. In the heart of Ngorongoro crater, where nature paints a majestic tableau of sprawling grasslands and sparse woodlands, reminiscent of the eastern Miombo woodlands, life is in perpetual motion. Here, every roar, every footstep is part of an unrelenting battle for survival. Within this vibrant ecosystem, lions and spotted hyenas are the 2 dominant forces, each employing unique strategies to assert their place in this abundant yet fiercely contested environment. Ngorongoro crater is neither a dense rainforest nor an arid desert. It is a massive caldera where low-lying grasslands, acacia xanthophylla forests, and seasonal water bodies converge to form a haven for life. However, this abundance of resources is also the focal point of intense conflicts. Lions, with their superior strength and ambush tactics, are not only formidable hunters, but also opportunistic scavengers. Unlike in southern Africa, lions in Ngorongoro crater claim up to 71% of the prey that hyenas manage to hunt. A pride of lions, led by powerful black-maned males, can easily overpower even large hyena clans. Rather than hunting constantly, lions leverage their size and brute strength to dominate the ecosystem. Hyenas, by contrast, excel in stamina and patience. They hunt by exhausting their prey, often targeting migratory species such as wildebeests or zebras. Using an encirclement strategy, hyenas weaken their target before bringing it down. Even after a successful hunt, hyenas must defend their kill against lions, a constant threat in the crater. In the face of danger, hyenas employ defensive tactics. They form protective circles around their kill or vulnerable members of the clan, emitting loud, eerie calls to summon reinforcements. Their characteristic laugh serves as both a communication tool and a psychological weapon, sowing confusion among their enemies and fostering unity within the clan. Yet, despite their resilience, the Ngorongoro crater is lion territory. Lions, the true kings of the savannah, are responsible for 60% to 70% of adult hyena fatalities in the crater. A lion attack is swift and ferocious. They target isolated or weaker hyenas, often those separated from the group. With precise tactics, lions lunge at their prey, using their powerful jaws to strike at critical points, quickly subduing their opponent. In the heart of southern Africa, between the arid Namib Desert and the sprawling savanna grasslands, the Namibian savanna woodland offers a unique and understated beauty. This is not a dense forest as one might imagine, but rather a sweeping landscape of vast grasslands, punctuated by camelthorn trees that stand as solitary sentinels amid the desert. The camelthorn trees, towering up to 65 feet, are the lifeblood of this region. Their roots plunge as deep as 150 feet into the earth, tapping into scarce underground water reserves. Even in the prolonged dry season, their silvery grey foliage remains vibrant, providing shelter and sustenance for countless animals. Amid the grasslands lie dry riverbeds like the Huanib River and Kumib River, which only flow during the rainy season. Despite their parched appearance, these dry rivers are the lifelines of the land, where lush vegetation grows along their banks, attracting wildlife seeking food and refuge. The terrain is further shaped by low mountain ranges such as Brandberg, where rare shadows bring relief from the searing heat. The lions here, known as desert-adapted lions, are patient hunters, uniquely adapted to endure longer periods without water compared to their counterparts in other regions. Across the dry grasslands, hyenas quietly shadow herds of plains zebras or oryx, waiting for the perfect opportunity. When the moment comes, they charge with relentless precision, shattering the fragile peace of this arid landscape. In the heart of Namibia, where desert winds carry the heat of the arid plains mixed with the subtle fragrance of grasslands, Etosha National Park emerges as a precious gem of untamed wilderness. Spanning over 8,600 square miles, Etosha is more than just a sanctuary. It's a microcosm of interconnected ecosystems, a symphony of life where every element contributes to a dynamic balance. This is a land of stark contrasts, where barrenness meets abundance, and every living creature fights for survival. At the heart of the park lies Etosha Pan, a massive salt pan spanning over 1,900 square miles. During the dry season, its surface turns stark white, shimmering under the blazing sun like a giant mirror. But when the rains arrive, this arid basin transforms into a vast lake, drawing thousands of flamingos whose vibrant pink wings light up the landscape. This remarkable transformation has made Etosha Pan a symbol of resilience, where nature renews itself in an endless cycle of adaptation to harsh conditions. Encircling the pan are grasslands and shrublands belonging to the Namibian savanna woodland ecosystem. Stalwart mopane and camelthorn trees stand as guardians of this habitat. The mopane's distinctive butterfly-shaped leaves provide essential sustenance for elephants, while offering precious shade under the blazing sun. Elsewhere, leadwood trees with their iron-like timber endure the test of time, standing as silent witnesses to the enduring spirit of this land. Etosha serves as a natural stage, home to tens of thousands of wildlife, each species playing a crucial role in maintaining the park's delicate ecological balance. Across the vast grasslands, plains zebras move like living rivers, their herds numbering in the thousands, creating a mesmerizing flow of motion. Their hooves till the soil, scattering grass seeds, while their dung enriches the ground with nutrients. The springboks, with their incredible leaps of up to 13 feet, appear as dancers on this natural stage, their acrobatics both captivating and a vital escape tactic from predators. Nothing commands attention quite like the African elephants, the true giants of Etosha. Weighing up to 12,000 pounds, they move through the Mopane forests, breaking branches and carving new pathways. These silent architects of the ecosystem disperse seeds and shape the landscape, ensuring the survival of the region's flora. With a population of approximately 2,500 elephants, Etosha is one of southern Africa's premier havens for these majestic creatures. The abundance of herbivores sustains Etosha's apex predators. Lions, with their distinctive dark manes, dominate the night, hunting in the stillness under the stars. With 350-400 lions roaming the park, Etosha boasts one of the highest lion densities in the world. Their thunderous roars echo across the grasslands, a proud declaration of their reign over this remarkable wilderness. Etosha National Park is not a sanctuary for the weak. With an average annual rainfall of just 15 inches, this is a land of harsh extremes, where survival is a test of resilience. Herds of springboks and oryxes traverse the grasslands in search of water, but their existence is constantly threatened by two apex predators. Lions, the rulers of the savanna, rely on their sheer strength and ambush strategies to hunt. An adult lion, weighing up to 420 pounds, can take down large prey such as buffaloes or zebras with just a few calculated strikes. However, their tactics extend beyond the hunt. In a resource-scarce environment like Etosha, where food is precious, lions frequently steal kills from hyenas. Hyenas, on the other hand, excel in endurance and teamwork. A large clan of hyenas, often with dozens of members, knows how to coordinate their efforts to exhaust and weaken prey before making the final kill. Armed with powerful jaws, unmatched aggression, and superior numbers, they can quickly subdue even large animals. However, their success is often shadowed by the looming threat of lions, who are ready to assert dominance over any kill. In the arid environment of Etosha, scarce water sources like Okauquejo and Halali become vital hubs of life. These waterholes are not only gathering spots for animals to quench their thirst, but also battlegrounds for lions and hyenas. Conflicts are frequent, especially at dusk or nighttime, when both predators are most active. The dynamic between lions and hyenas in Etosha is not merely a rivalry. It is a complex interaction that sustains the balance of the ecosystem. The power disparity between lions and hyenas significantly affects the balance of the Namibian savanna woodland ecosystem. In this case, hyenas are at a disadvantage to lions, often being overwhelmed, leading to a sharp decline in their population. This means that animal carcasses are not processed in time, which can result in the spread of diseases among wildlife populations. The rainy season in the savanna begins in November, transforming the entire landscape. When the first rains touch the African savanna, the parched land awakens. Water flows across the grasslands, replenishing dried-up pools and turning the region into an endless, lush green carpet. Themeda triandra grass grows tall, reaching heights of up to 5 feet, obscuring visibility and transforming the savanna into a verdant maze. Dry rivers are revived, forming temporary pools that attract herds of wildebeests and zebras. Meanwhile, acacia xanthophylla trees bloom, draping the brown earth in golden hues, adding vivid strokes to the living canvas of nature. However, this transformation disrupts the balance of predation. The tall grass becomes a double-edged sword. For lions, it provides better cover for ambushes, but reduces their visibility and increases the time needed to approach prey. For hyenas, the soft and slippery terrain doesn't hinder their stamina, but extends their chases, consuming more energy during pursuits. Hyena clans operate like a finely tuned machine, where every individual has a distinct role. During a hunt, the strongest adults take the lead, charging directly at the prey to apply pressure. Other members follow, encircling and exhausting the prey until it is quickly subdued. This coordination not only maximizes the collective strength, but also minimizes risks for each individual. The success rate of hyena hunts increases by 25% when they hunt in groups. The society of hyenas is built upon a strong matriarchal foundation. In each clan, females hold the reins of power, dominating all males. This hierarchy is not merely a social structure, but a survival strategy in a challenging environment. During the rainy season, when food sources are scattered, this matriarchal structure becomes critical for maintaining stability. Dominant females not only dictate the clan's hunting strategies, but also lead confrontations, particularly when defending territory from lions. With larger bodies, averaging 150 pounds, and higher testosterone levels, dominant females naturally take on leadership roles. They are given priority access to food and play a crucial part in protecting the clan's young. The hierarchical order, based on familial ties to the leading female, ensures resources are distributed efficiently, especially when food becomes scarce. The rainy season presents significant challenges for the clan's young. Flooding and low temperatures can be fatal if proper care is not provided. In hyena society, adult females play a crucial role in nurturing and protecting the cubs, ensuring the survival of the next generation. The social structure of hyenas not only establishes order, but also enhances hunting efficiency and territorial defense. Females not only care for their own cubs, but also protect other young in the clan, creating a strong support network. This collective care reduces mortality rates, particularly under harsh weather conditions. During the rainy season, when grass grows up to 5 feet high and the terrain becomes slippery, coordination among members becomes a critical factor for survival. In group hunts, hyenas employ smart encirclement tactics. They drive their prey into soft, muddy or waterlogged areas, where the terrain slows down the prey's speed and agility. Some hyenas block escape routes from the front, while others pursue from behind, forcing the prey into a dead end. Hyena's coordination is not just a simple chase, but a meticulously organized operation. During each hunt, clan members take on specific roles. The strongest adults often lead the charge, applying pressure on the prey, while smaller or younger members maintain the circle or provide support from the rear. This strategy not only maximizes the group's strength, but also minimizes the risk of injury for individual hyenas. Endurance is one of the hyena's most vital weapons. Unlike lions, which rely on speed and strength to overpower their prey in a short burst, hyenas depend on their stamina to wear down their targets. A hyena chase can extend across a radius of 3 to 5 miles, covering terrain that would discourage most other predators. The hyena's powerful bite, capable of exerting up to 1,100 pounds per square inch, is a formidable weapon for finishing off prey. A few bites to the tendons or neck can quickly bring down large prey like buffaloes. In coordinated group hunts, hyenas' success rates increase by 25%, especially during the rainy season when prey is more likely to get trapped in slippery terrain. Animal carcasses swept away by floods or exhausted in harsh conditions also become an abundant food source, saving hyenas energy for future hunts. With their keen sense of smell, hyenas can detect carcasses from up to 3 miles away, a significant advantage over most other predators. The relentless footsteps of hyenas make them tireless hunters, chasing their prey until it collapses from exhaustion. When the first heavy rains of the season pour down, the African savanna undergoes a dramatic transformation. The once parched grasslands burst to life. Themeda triandra grass grows tall, reaching up to 5 feet in some areas, creating green walls that obscure everything. Herds of wildebeests and zebras no longer gather around fixed water sources as they do in the dry season. Instead, they spread out, taking advantage of the newly revived rivers and waterholes. In this chaotic landscape, lions face a significant challenge: how to maintain the strength of their pride, defend their territory, and hunt effectively in an ever-changing environment. This is not just a story of survival. It is a testament to the incredible social organization of lions. During the rainy season, lion prides must travel farther to hunt. Large prey like wildebeests and zebras are scattered, forcing prides to cover up to 15 miles a day in search of food. The tall grass and soft, slippery terrain reduce the effectiveness of ambushes, a tactic lions usually excel at. To overcome these difficulties, lion prides must adapt their approach, relying more heavily on teamwork and meticulous strategies to navigate these challenges. A lion pride typically consists of 3 to 20 individuals. Contrary to the myth of a singular dominant king, the true center of the pride is the lionesses. These females maintain the pride's rhythm, taking on the roles of hunters and caregivers for the cubs. Meanwhile, male lions, with their superior strength and size, serve as the pride's defenders, protecting it from external threats. Although roles within the pride are clearly defined, the coordination between male and female lions is essential for survival in such a harsh environment. Lionesses not only handle hunting, but also nurture and protect the next generation. Male lions act as guardians, ensuring the pride's territory remains secure from invaders. This division of roles is not a separation, but a complementary dynamic, enabling the pride to function as a unified whole. Hunting is not the only responsibility of the lionesses. They must also safeguard and nurture the cubs, the pride's future. During the rainy season, with increased activity from hyenas and leopards, the risk of cubs being attacked is at its highest. Dens are usually chosen on higher ground, far from flood-prone areas. Here, lionesses take turns guarding the cubs, ensuring their safety from all potential threats. This protective behavior is not merely a duty, but a testament to the strong bonds within the pride. To address these issues, many conservation solutions have been implemented, combining efforts from international organizations, governments, and local communities. One of the strongest approaches has been the establishment and expansion of nature reserves. Virunga National Park, one of the most prominent parks in Congo, has become a symbol of nature protection. With support from organizations like WWF and the Virunga Foundation, the park is now effectively managed, protecting a wide range of wildlife and its rich ecosystems. Another example of successful conservation is the Eastern African Conservation Corridor project, which ran from 2022 to 2024. This project connected Kahuzi-Biega National Park with other areas to protect the eastern lowland gorilla from deforestation and poaching. In this challenging conservation journey, the recovery of the mountain gorilla in Virunga National Park is an incredible and inspiring effort. The mountain gorilla population in Virunga had severely declined in previous decades due to poaching for body parts to fuel the illegal wildlife trade. Additionally, prolonged armed conflict in the region led many refugees to enter the forest, engaging in illegal logging and poaching to survive. According to the IUCN Red List report from 2020, the mountain gorilla population in the park had fallen to fewer than 400 individuals. The Dianfossé Gorilla Fund has led efforts to conserve the mountain gorilla by monitoring populations and enhancing breeding activities. Their 2024 report revealed that the mountain gorilla population in Virunga National Park has surpassed 1,000 individuals, marking a significant achievement in conservation. The successful recovery story of the mountain gorilla in Virunga National Park shows that, with the participation of everyone, nature conservation is indeed possible. But conservation is not just the responsibility of a specific organization. It also lies in the awareness of each individual and community. Each of us can contribute to this journey by supporting conservation organizations, participating in responsible ecotourism, and refusing to buy wildlife products. Community education and the development of sustainable economic models, such as organic farming and beekeeping, also help local people reduce their dependence on forest resource extraction. Have you ever ventured into the colorful Congo rainforest and explored the lair of King Kong? If so, feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. Your stories can inspire and motivate ongoing efforts to conserve nature and wildlife in Congo, while preserving ecosystems for future generations. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to join us on more magical adventures, where nature's stories are still waiting to be told.